Hey, ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? I was looking for my hat. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, so I guess I acted badly to in front of the world to my wife. She caught it on camera, me being an ass. Um, I don't have any excuses. I don't like the camera being turned on me without warning and bombarding me with a bunch of questions and me coming off the road and being tired. There are no excuses. It's just the way I acted. So uh, anyway, so I guess I'll take my lumps. I can see that dozens of people have already made comments about how what a jerk I am, and so I'll just, hey, how you doing? I'll take my lumps as they're coming. I guess I deserve them since I was acting that way. So, how you guys doing? Yeah, just in the day, doing my 34. I was able to make it back to the house about midnight last night. Had to get them headlights changed. Man, my eyes are just scorched. Those headlights that were in the truck were just, man, it was like running parking lights. And I should have ordered buckets, but I didn't. And I got lights going in all different directions, and I really can't. I'm trying to adjust them, but I can't. So that's the next thing I need to do is to buy some buckets, get them lights in the right direction. Now they're way brighter, and that'll be helpful, but it's not going to be helpful to other people with my lights going in all kinds of directions. And so, and my eyes is just really killing me today. I got what they call tresiums on my eyes, and when I run the heater, it dries them tresiums out, and it makes my eyes really get irritated. And so that's what I was going through last night when I got home. And this morning I got a phone call to wake me up and see when I was going to come to the yard, and I just didn't get a whole lot of rest. I got some eye ointment I can put in my eyes, uh, and I put that in there. They feel better, not as dry and gritty as they've been feeling, um, but they do feel better. Some days tempers are short. I've been there myself. Yeah, well, I shouldn't act that way, but I did, and I'm just glad I didn't get any worse than what I did. I mean, I just Ruthie, she gets so excited about making videos. She just turns that camera on, and I'm not ready for it, and then she starts asking me questions, and I'm not ready for that, and just I get really highly irritated sometimes. Well, I'm going on 3 weeks driving for Tim. Um, I well, it pays pretty decent. I haven't really got paid yet for with my own truck. That's this Friday, so uh, I'm sure to be decent, but I don't know until I see it. That'll be this Friday. So uh, the run that I made for him and his truck paid really well, uh, well above most company driving jobs I've ever had. So, well, yeah. Well, I know how the problems with trucks are. Speaking of trucks, I don't know why it went blurry like that, but anyway, speaking of trucks, this truck's doing really well. It makes a weird noise that I'm concerned about, uh, and it seems to have something to do with the clutch. it's a tapping noise, and when I push in the clutch, it get a little bit louder sometimes. And so I make this trip here. I got to put in a trip out to Utah again, and when I get back, I come back and go to court for AJ, and so I'll be home for a week. That'll give me some time to go over everything and change the oil and lube the truck up. Uh, I need to look up in there and see what's going on, what's making that noise up in the clutch. It could be just some loose bolts. I don't know. Uh, the clutch is fairly new. I got a detailed book here of stuff that was done to it, and that clutch isn't but like a year old. So I don't know why it's making that clicking noise. But apparently they didn't get something right. So yeah, I have never been to Matt's. Nothing against y'all that go, and I just haven't been able to go. I've been to the Iowa 80. I met the American Trucker. If you guys ever seen that guy who had a television show called American Trucker, he autographed a hat for me. It was a Cobra hat. When I was a young man, or when I was a boy, my dad was pretty well known, and he was a country and western singer. Had his own band for 32 years, and went to a lot of outings and concerts and stuff like that. And I don't go to them very often anymore. He's generally got to drag me into something like that. I don't. But it looks like a lot of people had fun, and a lot of people showed up from what I seen, because I watched the videos that Tim was putting up, the lives. I am. I'm pretty tired. You know, I'm not gonna lie. My eyes are shot from driving with those really bad headlights on that truck, and it was raining, and that made it even worse. With bad headlights, you can't even see the lines in the road. So, you know, I had a few people getting mad at me, for my headlights. So when I had the covers off of them today, changing the bulbs out, I noticed that the buckets are complete garbage, and you can't really adjust the headlights because the buckets are garbage. So I need to get some. I need to get some new buckets, so I can adjust those headlights in the correct direction. And they're like, the two of them are facing off out into the field off to the right, and one of the high beam on the right hand side's facing all the way out to the left across the highway. None of them are facing the road, and so I tried to adjust them best I can, and then the springs on them are shot and rusted out and on the buckets themselves. And so even though I have new headlights, it's not going to help much if I can't adjust them. So I don't know the wheelbase. I know it's pretty short, little dude. It's This truck is this is a 120. It's not a 132. My black Freightliner, the one with the silver flames on the hood, it was a 132, the long hood. And this isn't a classic XL. It's a classic, and it's got a short hood on it. And it doesn't have very much. I would say it's probably, I don't know for a fact, but I'd say it's about a 160 or something like that. It's a little short dude. I like Tim. Tim's got really good personality. He's got a really big heart. He loves people. He loves family. He's a big teddy bear. Um, he's determined to do well, and he's not just doing it for himself, but he's doing it for his family. He's very family oriented. He wraps himself around his family, and his family wraps themselves around him. And they love him. He loves them, and he does what he can for them and provides for them. And to man, he seems like a genuine guy to me. Yeah, unfortunately, when I'm tired, I have a little lack of control of my emotions, and uh, yeah, I guess I owe Ruthie some apologies because I guess I got pretty rough on her this morning. Uh, so I tried to tell her not to turn the camera on me when I'm tired, and she does it out of excitement, and then I get mean, and I shouldn't. That's a character flaw, I guess. I need to better myself for sure because that doesn't do anybody any good. And the bad thing is the whole world got to see me act like an ass. So I apologize. Yeah, I buy Ruthie flowers all the time. Fortunately, I don't believe I'll be leaving the house. We live 18 miles from town. Uh, I'll just have to make it up to her, I guess. So, in fact, I'm cooking some dinner right now. Um, make her some dinner, but hopefully I don't burn it. The beans are in there. That'd be that's just the way the day would probably go. Burn dinner. So anyway, hold on, folks. Let me see where Ruthie is. Had to turn the beans off. I'm gonna have burnt beans. Nothing worse than burnt beans. I don't see her anywhere. I hollered at her. Maybe she'll come. How is Tim in person? He's a great person. He There's nothing phony about him. He's a real decent human being. Yeah, well, I remember when we first got married, Ruthie hauled off and smacked me real good. And I looked at her and I told her, I said, don't ever put yourself in a man's place. That's not wise. Yeah. Ruthie gets real excited. The only thing is she gets excited with the camera. So, she don't give me a chance. And so that's the thing about this. Ruthie is all about the numbers, and she wants to have everything on camera. And we get accused a lot, ladies and gentlemen, of being real. And I guess it don't get any more real than that, right? Yeah. Well, I've been married before, and it didn't end very well. My first wife was very vindictive, and she wanted to destroy me, and she did a pretty good job of it. Took years to recover, so I know better. Uh, scorned woman can cause a lot of damage. That Ruthie is a really good woman. There's not another one like her. She is truly original, and she loves the Lord Jesus Christ, and the Lord Jesus Christ loves her, and so you're right about that. What are you doing, buddy? He's got a flea that's driving him crazy. So, yeah, Ruthie's an original, that's for sure. I'm truly blessed to have her in my life. I just wish I can get my boy back. So God, Jesus, we forgive you, driver, and things will work out. I appreciate that. We've already lost one subscriber. He wasn't going for all that. He left, so I figured, well, I better just on get on live and take my whoopings as they're coming. So I guess I deserve it. I was being a jerk because because I am a jerk. So retarded. I get retarded sometimes. It's how is it just me, or is when the light gets on my head, it makes me look like I don't have a top of a head. Maybe that's what's wrong with me. The top of my head is gone. How you how you found about Tim Gentry? How did I find out about him? Uh, there was this guy called uh, something Trucking, Sean Trucking. That's what it was. His name was Sean Trucking, or something similar to that. And he saw our channel and wanted my phone number and called me up and was talking to me, and we were praying together and talking about each other's family, and he was talking about getting into boats, and he told me about Tim, and I went and checked him out, and Tim was he was over at the other shop before it burned down, and they were driving around in some race car, and so that's when I started watching the channel. It was a couple of years ago. He had like less than 100,000 at the time, I believe, subscribers. I got to wait a minute. I got to the channel. It keeps moving. I got to get going, relax, enjoy your dinner, nice and a hot shower. Tell Ruthie I said hi. Will do, Doc. Big old Doc. You have a great afternoon. In fact, I was speaking, Doc, before you go. I stopped over at the shop where Willie was working, and we stopped in there and talked to KC today, just saying hi. And nobody's been working there since Willie left. The shop is just closed up. So just be the best man that you can be, driver. No, you are not a jerk, just a tired, hardworking man, and you mind body and soul just wanted some rest and a hot bath. Yeah, that's something else. I got things to fix. So my 350, the transmission, I appreciate it. Thank you. My transmission on my 350 went out. And Ruthie's car, the timing sensor is It's either the timing or the sensor's bad. And then the Cadillac that was given to me uh, is not acting right. And so we're down to the pick 'em up truck, and then the a bolt on the back of the manifold broke, and it's getting exhaust inside the cab. And then my CTS is in the garage. It needs a headlight. So, and the reason why that come up is because you said a hot bath. That's another thing. The adjustment on our shower is stuck on wide open hot, and so you you get in there, man, you get scalded in that thing. I got to fix that too. I got all kinds of things to do, um, but I got I got a lot of things to do. But first thing I need to do is make some money, put some money in the bank before I can do anything. So yeah, well, I don't. Yeah, Tim has told me one of the reasons why he wanted to hire me was because of he's watched our channel, and he's seen that I'm a hard worker, and he knows I love the Lord, and my wife and family do, and that he knows that I care about people in the trucking industry, and I don't really care for people talking down about those in the trucking industry, because we're all out there just trying to provide for our families. And if it wasn't for our families, wouldn't be doing it. And so, I stand up for the fellow trucker. We do have a lot of bad stuff going on right now. We have a lot of people that's in trucking that don't belong in trucking, and but that's not the majority. Uh, People are just good, honest, hardworking people, and so and the economy's been hard on them, hard on all of us. I appreciate that. Thank you. Tim's father is a good guy. Yeah, I met him the other day. Of course, and Tim had already left to the show when I went in to pick up my load, and we talked, and I couldn't believe his name was Finest. I said, "So what is your name?" And he said, "Finest." And I really didn't think that he said that. I said, "You said what?" He said, "Finest." I said, "What? Finest? Finest?" I go, "Are you kidding me? I've never heard of anybody in my entire life with the name Finest." But after we got over that, we talked, and he's a real decent human being, and he's done a wonderful job with his children. Wow, what a great job he's done. I can only give him props for that. Wow, to have your children grow up to be, of course, a lot of us have children grow up to be going their opposite direction, and they were good parents. So, but that he's done a great job over there being a parent to his kids. So I think he's a real decent human being. The whole group over there, uh, you know, I, are good people to be around. I have a 91 Chevy G20 that needs some trans and rear end work. I'm going for the 70s, the 90s boogie man style. I have no friends. I have no friends in low places. Yeah, I remember. I had a van one time. What do you call it? Conversion van. I loved that thing. In fact, in fact, my last Freightliner had them in there. It had, those RV seats they have, the arms and everything. I love the seats so much so that I'll take the air seats out. I'll use the air part of it, but mount the seat, the RV seats to the air part of it. But I don't put air in my seats anyway, because couple of decades ago, I was coming across 10 coming out of Houston, going across Louisiana, and I hit a bump and it threw the. I had that was back in the days when I had air in the seat, and I had hair on my head and no gray hair. And anyway, it threw me up. And as I was coming back down, I hit another bump, and when I hit it, it hit hard enough for it knocked my breath out. And and I didn't think much of it, just kept on driving and got to where I was going. And when I went to get out of the truck, I couldn't straighten up, and my back was really hurting real bad. And ever since then, I don't put air in my seats anymore. Too short for that. Keep acting like that towards Ruthie. You will lose a good woman. Yeah, I don't believe I'll lose her, but I'll definitely hurt her feelings, and that's the last thing in the world I want to do is hurt Ruthie's feelings. That's number one thing is no need of hurting somebody's feelings. You know. If you had to pick what was your favorite vehicle you would ever own, I don't know. Uh, that's a very difficult question for me. I'm not really into what favorite vehicle. I just want a good vehicle. I can tell you one thing that I took the family, ladies and gentlemen, out to California to meet my parents before they passed away, and so we bought the CTS and just for traveling. And on the way out there, I was trying to show them, things that I know about from driving for the last 34 years on the interstate. And I said, "Oh, look at this!" And I couldn't see anything but a guardrail. And I was like, "Man!" And I didn't like that. So I would like to have a vehicle kind of like my CTS, but something higher where you can see over the guardrails for sure. So I like the CTS, even though the funny thing is about the CTS is being a little car with a V6 motor, it don't get good fuel mileage. I don't know what's going on with that. And ever since we got it, it's been that way. It doesn't get it's like 17 to 20 miles, about like my pickup to the gallon. Yeah. Well, I only have the one semi truck. I have two pickup trucks. I have the 350 and the 150. I've had, over the last 20 years, I've had 96 Peterbilt, 379 extended hood. Uh, I've had 2007 extended hood Peterbilt, 2005 extended hood Peterbilt, every one of them with cats, um, 18 speeds. The first one had a 15 speed. The first one I had a 308, set of 308 rears in it, and the other two Peterbilts, they had 18 speeds with 336 rears and 550 cats. And then I had a Freightliner Cascadia for a while, for a trial, and to see if I was going to buy it or not. And it broke down, and I couldn't fix it because it was some sensor. And I'm not a computer. I couldn't plug in and find out what it was. I had a good idea what it was, but so I ended up being towed, and I didn't like that. So I didn't buy that truck, and I had it for a while, um, and then the last one was the black Freightliner, which was a 2000, It was an XL. It was a 132 XL with a 3406 cat, 13 speed with 342 rears. And this one here is a 2002 Freightliner with 13 speed with 342 rears. And so I guess I don't know what that make, 5 trucks or something like that. But I only have the one right now. When we started having problems with AJ last about this time last year, and he couldn't stay home with his mom, and I had to take him on the road with me. Um, I had to come to these court dates every month, and with trucking being the way it was, I was having a hard time making any money because I usually run out to, I would load and go out to Montana and then have to come straight back. And trucking don't work like that. You got to go where the freight takes you to chase the money. And so I was really having a hard time making money. And so I took a chance and traded it for a skid steer. And I couldn't get that thing. I couldn't make any money with that darn thing. It just sit out there. And so I really screwed up. That was a bad decision. And so I tried that over the summertime and ended up fortunately was able to sell it for what it was worth, and then we got this truck here and spent the last 4 months fixing everything that needed to be fixed. This is all. This is a all-wheel drive or no? Is what all-wheel drive? Oh, my CTS? No, it's not. It's a rear wheel drive. It was in Calhoun, Georgia. Oh wow, that's a trip on the Ghost Rider thing. Yeah, that's been pretty nice. Just go and hook and go. Uh, Kind of reminds me of pulling a van. You don't do anything but swing the doors open. I like that cab over truck. I mean that thing actually rides better than the truck that I'm driving now. Uh, that thing drove really well, and it had lots of power under the hood too. So nice truck. It needed a few little things worked on it. I gave Tim a list of things that needed to be done to it, but that's a great truck. That's a real good truck right there. I don't know where my truck came from. It looks like a North American Band Lines truck with the paint colors, the white and blue. Uh, Warner trucks were all blue, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I had a 96 and I let it go because it had the North Star and it's doing the same thing, pouring oil out all over the place because of the gaskets. And I gave it away. And now I got one given to me. So imagine that. So, but I like this. I love them. And so because it was free, I believe I can invest money in it and make it a good car. I just drop the motor out and put new gaskets in it. It'll be a good car for Ruthie. Or I'll give her my car and keep it in the garage. Yep, hook and go. So far, as I get acclimated, ladies and gentlemen, with Tim and the guys out there. I'm sure they'll want to adventure around and have me do other things. I know I haven't done any wide loads in 15 years or so, and I'm sure that they'd like to get me into doing some of that stuff too. I'm sure, down the road we'll do other things, but right now we're just trying to put some money in the bank. Thank you, Mr. Mick from the UK. Well, we just got a, notification from YouTube that we can when we're uploading our videos, we can choose different languages around the world now. So we can I don't know what caused that, but now we can put our channel out around the world in different languages. That's interesting. I am. I'm really tired. I know I am tired. I did put to bed like 2 o'clock this morning, and then I got woke up first thing this morning. I need to get some sleep. I'm leaving out at 4 a.m. in the morning, so I'll get some sleep. If I get 5 6 hours, I'll be good. Yeah, yeah. I'm kind of getting comfortable in the chair, but I got my coffee, my motor oil. Tim's real good guy, man. You couldn't, man. I mean, you can, but he's a great guy. The whole family is a great family. I don't understand the question. If you could see yourself now, what would you say to him? To whom? Yeah. So, you know, I know when I work on the truck, I don't know if it's just my age or if I'm just badly out of shape or what, but I get really beat up when I work on the truck, and it takes me a couple days to recover. And I couldn't imagine being in the shop and working all the time. Of course, being in the shop is a lot different than working out on the gravel, on the ice and the snow. But anyway. Always enjoy the videos. Nice seeing you working the truck, bud. Appreciate it. Uh, Mr. Matt. Well, I don't know where Ruthie is. Let me see if I can call her. And get her in here and make up to her on live video or make her feel better. Well, I hear her phone ringing, so she must have it.
I'm here.
Hey, everybody on live is waiting for you to come over here so I can make up to you on live.
You're on a live?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right. Well, they're saying I'm looking old and tired and I need to go to bed.
Okay, I'll be in there in a minute.
Okay. Well, I guess I got to make up to her live on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, I'm a glutton for punishment. Well, when you get mud in your face, you got to wipe it off sooner or later, right? I've been enjoying your videos out on the road. I appreciate it. We had a kind of a flopper the other day when I set the camera down and just started videoing me unstrapping. That video didn't get very many views. I guess people didn't like that. I don't know. It's just. See, Tim's father is a great driver too. Yeah, he drives too. A convoy. I think that's illegal. When I was a kid, I used to know all the convoy songs. Like I said, my dad was a country western singer, and I wanted to be like him, and I really liked all the trucking songs, and I used to know the C.W. McCall songs and all the convoy songs, and I don't hardly know them anymore. Oh, woo-wee. I don't know. What is it? How do you, Ruthie? How do you say this name? How do you say your name? Korea. Korea. The blue and white cab over Tim had was nice. I think somebody. Well, there is a few cab overs over there. There's one, two, three, four or five cab overs over there. Well, thank you, Mr. Bubba.
I didn't know you were going to do a live.
Ruthie decided to join the show there.
I didn't know you were doing a live. Well, you've been live for 42 minutes.
Yeah.
You've been live for 42 minutes.
Yeah. So anyway, I apologize to you for being a big meanie this morning and bullying you around on live television. And so.
Well, that's very humble and very brave of you, isn't it?
Yep. So anyway.
Because the whole world is watching.
I got mud on my face.
The world is watching you eat crow, I guess.
Yep. Sorry I was so mean to you on live television this morning or YouTube.
But you thought I was doing it on purpose, and I wasn't.
He wasn't doing it on.
No, you thought.
Maybe I wasn't doing it on purpose either. Maybe it was just my eyeballs were hurting.
Well, you thought that I put that video up to make people hate you.
Yeah. Y'all hating on me? Let me see. We lost one subscriber. He said, I'm not coming back no more. I can't read. My eyes hurt too much.
Stephen was just having a bad morning, and he can get pretty bad sometimes. And, well, when you are a YouTube channel and you get the good, the bad. I didn't know you were doing this for like 44 minutes. I've been hiding away because I just didn't want to be around Stephen. Why do you got my hat?
Well, I can't find my hats.
So you're going to wear my stocking cap?
Yeah.
You're going to wear my pink stocking cap.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know what you've been entertaining them with for 44 minutes, but I just didn't want to be around Stephen. He was just being ugly, but now he's apologized. And so, that's just part of it. I mean, that's just, you know, when you put your life out there and everybody can see the good and the bad and the ugly. And what Stephen is most upset about is that somebody was referring to his Christianity, and that they didn't want to follow somebody who was ugly to his wife. And I mean, he just had a bad day, and I caught it on film. But I mean, that's just part of the risk when you put your life out there. That's just part of. Are you wearing my? I thought you were gonna wear my stocking cap.
No, I wetted my hair down.
You were gonna wear my pink stocking cap. I mean, it's just when you Well, I appreciate you apologizing. But the most hurtful thing was that you said that you thought I was doing that to be ugly, to sabotage you on purpose. No, it wasn't. We don't want to turn people away from our channel, but we are a real married couple. We are a real married couple, and real married couples have problems and communication problems. And I mean, basically, everybody tells us that we're the most genuine people there are, and what you see is what you get. You can't get any more real. I mean, we're not scripted. We're not.
Ruthie
not scripted.
Ruthie has a bad habit of just coming around the corner and the camera's going. And I'm like, you should, give somebody a heads up before you just pop up with the camera. That's what she does. She's and you know what? Before she started YouTubing, ladies and gentlemen, before we started YouTubing, she was always known to have a camera in her hand. And so we have an RV in the back,
which is where I was at kind of the last 40 minutes.
We have an RV in the back that y'all can't see. It's not the real nice one, but we got one in the back that's for storage. And that thing has thousands upon thousands of photos from when Ruthie was a little girl. She'd take photographs of the family, and she's always been a historian. So she was tailor-made to be a YouTuber. So she's always got that camera.
Well,
I can't read those comments. Can you read them for me?
I've missed a lot of them just because I'd have to go back and read them afterwards.
Well, I answered most of them. Just
Matt says that you're still in the doghouse. And he also says you better get a dozen roses. Korea says, I'm a follower from off time, but that was so sweet. It takes a real man to do that. Okay, real man. Give me another kiss.
Is that like a real tin can man?
It takes a real man to apologize. Didn't you ever watch the Matt Dillon show about my age? Well, anyway, his deputy was named Finest. Oh, that must be about Tim Gentry's dad's name.
Which deputy was that? What was that guy's name? Here, let's trade seats. I'm going downhill.
Buck Barrett. Hey, Ruthie, he was having a bad day. Yeah, that's right. We all have bad days. That's right. Hello, Bumbles. Matt says. Gucci Lover says Ruthie is a top lady. Keep your head up. We're all guilty of it. Everyone argues. Yes, and if you've been married 22 years, then you know how it is. Matt Lawn Care says, I tried YouTube. I was into it, but it takes a lot of my time. It does.
Didn't he come along when we were with
the skid steer? I think Matt Matt MG Lawn and Landscape found us when we had the skid steer
That was
channel.
a nightmare right there. You know, it was all good and dandy until the day I made the deal. Once I made the deal, it just turned into a nightmare.
So
Oh, look at here. I got a back order of.
Okay.
I got a back order of landline.
Like there's like 9 or 10 of them that
because somehow or another they started making all their stuff digital by accident. I got some reading to do.
Okay. I'm sorry, I was looking down. This is the time to call AJ. This is his time.
What? So. If he calls, he'll call.
No, it's our time to call him. So he might be. We get a 10-minute phone call. I apologize. I see your comments coming.
Well, go ahead and call. He'd like to get on. I'm sure he would like to be on.
It's time to call our child. We get 10 minutes a day with him.
He's at a camp or not a camp.
Thank you for calling the Buffalo Children and Family Services.
I forget what you call it.
A boys' home.
Boys' home.
We get 10 minutes a day with AJ.
1109.
That's all we get is 10 minutes a day.
South.
Yes, is AJ Howard available, please?
Yeah, just a moment.
Well, that's good. We only get 10 minutes.
Just a moment. Right here, baby.
Anybody want to ask AJ a question?
Hello.
AJ, I got a double blessing for you. Your dad is here at the house, and you are on a live YouTube.
Oh my God, I'm not really on YouTube, but I'm in.
Well, say hi to everybody. You're on a live YouTube.
Hi everybody.
Can you say it a little bit louder?
This is Uncle. I literally just got done arguing over do I need to have needles for my labs and whatnot.
Oh, to have needles? Mr. Matt says hello, AJ. You got somebody saying hello. So can y'all hear AJ? Anyway, AJ, you are literally on a live. And Mr. Buck Barrett says hi, AJ. So you got your dad right here. Which you don't normally have with me because he's been out for 2 weeks. People are saying.
Hold on. Step's asking me a question. What?
Tell AJ August said hello. How about that?
Oh yeah, AJ. Hey, AJ.
Technically, there's 3 answers to that. There is my father, my mother, or literally everybody watching.
AJ, we have a YouTube follower named Gus that I've told you about. His name is Gus, but his name is August, but he goes by Gus.
Cool.
And so August. So August, who goes by Gus, says, "Tell AJ August said hello," because his name is August too.
Korea says, "Hey AJ,
how's your day so far?" So you got several people talking to you.
You can call me KC. Hey, that's KC. We got a friend named KC. Okay. Our cats came.
How was your day, AJ?
I can't
You're on speakerphone.
I'll be able to say that.
Okay.
I don't really feel like sharing the experience here currently with every random singular person that could be possibly watching.
Well, didn't you play Wii last night?
Did you have a good time? I mean, is there anything good you could? AJ will be 13 in May. That's what somebody wants to know how old you are. Did you, since it's spring break there, and you didn't have school today, what did you do today?
Can you pause the stream for a second, because you're saying I can't be on there.
You're not being shown. Your image is not being shown.
It's a HIPAA violation. I can't control what is allowed and what's not allowed. So
okay.
Just go finish
I'm just gonna go to another room. I'll let Dad talk to him. I'm just gonna go to a different room. Tell everybody goodbye.
Bye, everybody. Sorry, this will be my last appearance for probably like 6 months.
Okay, you talk to him. Okay, you're not on the line. Okay,
They got.
I walked away from the line.
They make up so many rules. It seems like they make up rules as they go. You know. Anyway,
I'm not on the line anymore.
it's too bad.
I'm not in front of the TV screen anymore. I'm not in front of the line.
Anyway, so they want him to get off because because of the channel. Anyway, so we got a court date on the 22nd or something like that, and I got.
Are you kidding me? The staff hung up on my 10. I'm getting a 10-minute call back. The staff hung up on me.
Anyway, so he got a court date on 22nd. I'm gonna try to see if I can get him back. Yeah, you're right. Find out the date he's going trucking with you. That's what I was just talking about. I have to try to get him back. So I got.
I can't believe it. The staff took the phone and hung up on me.
So yeah, on the court date, we'll see about trying to get him back. But until then, he's going to be there.
Hey, we weren't doing anything wrong.
Well,
Yes. I want to know why the staff hung up on me. I want my whole 10 minutes with my son. I want my whole 10 minutes with my son. Somebody took the phone and hung up on me.
Ruthie's upset now.
Well, that wasn't explained to me. Okay, so I would like to have my 10 minutes with my son, please.
It's all right. I mean, it's only 10 minutes, so.
Excuse me? Who am I talking to?
She's going to beat him up now.
No.
She don't have any control over those people, and they have the control, and they're going to win. That's just the way it is. You know, the system will not let you tell them to do anything. They'll.
It's on. Game on.
Stop.
No, it's on. No. You know what? I don't know who that person was. No, the staff hung up on me.
Ow.
And no. The staff hung up on me, and he said, I want to talk to my son. He was a smart ass. I said, I want to know who I'm talking to. And you know what he said? He said, it doesn't matter who. I said, you're not going to sass me. You're not going to sass me, the parent. And you're not going to sass me.
I knew that's what I was just telling them. I said, you can't tell them anything. They're in control, and they're going to show you what they're doing.
No. So I'm going to talk to somebody in charge tomorrow because the staff took the phone and hung up on me.
You can't go calling over there and yelling at them and demanding that you want to talk to your son.
They hung up on me,
But
Steve.
you cannot call up and demand that you're going to talk to your son. You cannot call those people and demand anything. That's the part you have to realize.
And I only get 10 minutes a day to talk to my child. I only get 10 minutes a day to talk to my son. And the staff just took the phone and hung up on me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I guess we'll get off here. It's going from one dramatic emotion to another one. So,
Well, I mean, I'll just calm down, okay? It's just that we didn't. They took the phone from us and hung up, and then he's like, "You'll have to call back tomorrow. You'll have to call back tomorrow." And then the smart Alex said, "It doesn't matter who you're talking talking to? And he just hung up.
Well, again, it's all about, look, they are all about control. And that's why you never want your children going to those places, because they're going to show you who's boss.
Look, we only get 10 minutes a day to talk to our child. That's it. And they are very, very strict about it. They are very, they will.
Okay, you will be able to deal with it.
And I mean, I don't know why they said he couldn't be on a live. It's not, his picture's not on a live.
Because they're in control. Again, they are in control. They're sitting there scanning everything, and they're going to control everything. And they saw AJ having a good time, and they don't want to be having a good time. And other kids are getting jealous and all that stuff. And so, so I guess we probably should get off of here. Let's see where the comments are.
Matt is afraid that somebody's going to troll us over this. Matt Lawn Care says, I don't want somebody trolling you over this. Oh, that's why he's telling you that you should probably shut down the live. Well, I'll just calm down. We just miss our son so bad. He hasn't been home since December the 3rd. It's almost April the 3rd. This week will be April the 3rd. This is March the 31st. And so we're almost at April the 3rd. And he hasn't been home in 4 months.
Anyway, so I'm trying to put together a plan that I have to present to the court see, when he got terroristic threatening for threatening the school teacher, and that was a felony, and he had to go to court for that, and then he was in trouble with his mom as well, and so he couldn't even stay at home, and so he ended up being on the road with me. And then when I came off the road to try to deal with the whole scenario, we continued to go to court, and they wanted to put him on probation. And I told him, look, I have to go back on the road, and he needs to go with me. And they said, no, he can't go with you. And so the other alternative was to put him in this whatever it was. It was a foster home at first, but he screwed that up by making comments about suicide and this and that. And so
then he spent a month in a mental health hospital.
Yeah, and then they moved him. And then I told him, I says, look, I'd already got the job secured, and he could go with me. But then the CPS or whatever it is.
The DCBS.
The DBCBS. They decided that they were going to be in control, and where you can't call the shots and blah, blah, blah. We're going to put him in this camp kind of thing. And so they put him over there. And so we have a court date on the 22nd, and I'm going to put together a homeschooling plan. I got the insurance policy. I got for him to be with me. And so I'm going to present to the court to get him back on the 22nd. So until then, we have to put up with this crap. So
yeah,
he sounds good. He's doing good.
So yeah, that was Gus saying that he sounded good. That's August telling August that he sounded good. But it's just been so hard. I haven't seen him in 2 months. Stephen hasn't seen him in person since December the 17th. I haven't seen him since January 28th. And so it's been 2 months since he's even seen either one of us. And he's 5 hours away from us. I just can't get over the rudeness of them hanging up on me like that. Well, it didn't matter who you talked to.
That's the way they are. I did 11 years in prison, and I can tell you You don't tell them people anything. You show that any kind of authority to them kind of people, and they'll shut you down. They'll beat the living crap out of you, throw you in a pen until you heal up, and then let you out and see how your attitude is then. So you don't win. When you're in the system, you don't win. You've already lost because you're in the system and you're going to do as they tell you. You bend over and spread them and cough and whatever they want, you just do it. So that's the way it is when you're in them systems. It's their world and they control it and you have nothing to say about it.
I just miss my son so bad. He'll be 13 on May the 16th, and he spent his 8th birthday in a mental institution. He spent his 8th birthday away from us, and now he's in a boys' home, and he'll be spending his 13th birthday in a boys' home.
I don't understand why it would cost $7,300 to replace it if he's on this. Oh, so is he in a shop or because the turbo don't cost? Well, maybe it would if the turbo went through the air to air. That could cause a lot of problems. Yeah, yeah. I've done a lot of repairs on the side of the road, haven't I?
Yeah, you have.
Sorry to hear that, Mr. Matt.
Oh, here's another Matt. Not Matt Lawn Care, but here's another Matt right below it. It says, "Stop putting y'all's business out there." Well, I just will remain silent on that one. I could have some choice words over it. If you're not, I'll just say, if you're not interested, then don't watch. That's for Mr. Matt Berg. If you're not interested in our business, then just don't watch. But that's the beauty of a genuine YouTube channel. And we get a lot of comments. We get a lot of comments that say, you all are the most real people and the real channel, and that we're not scripted. We're not fake by any means. And so when you're not fake and you're not scripted, then you're going to have days like this. You're going to have days where a husband and a wife can't get along, and a husband and a wife are not perfect with each other. That's called real life. That's called being married. And then, not everybody has a child
Maybe
in
we should
foster
change
care.
the channel name again and call it Big Belly's Drama.
Anyway, so just to put a lid on that, anybody that's not interested in our business.
Stop getting after the commenter. He was just looking out for on behalf. So. Because there are a lot of haters out there that take this stuff and try to rub your nose in it. Okay? Well, like me doing time. Of course, everybody knows I did time. I was a young man and I was a stupid man and I did stupid things and got caught and did time. And then I did time for things I didn't do anything. I just was a product of being on parole. Yeah. If you're on parole, you can't do anything. So anyway, so when I was younger, I went through the system. So, but after giving my life to the Lord, He's changed me from the inside out. So
I guess I shouldn't have snapped at him, but I mean, that's just, we are who we are. I mean, we're a real family with real problems.
Freeliner's running really good. It has a funny noise with the clutch. It kind of like tick, 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 ticks. And another thing it does is when I'm in a real heavy pull, it's not missing or anything, but there's a vibration. And what is it? YouTube be awesome?
YouTube is awesome.
YouTube
is awesome. That's
YouTube is awesome as a master mechanic, and he thinks that it's a fuel issue that's doing that.
So Dakota Bogue, or Bogue, I'm not how you should say that. Ruthie and Stephen, hello, my favorite friends. How is the Freightliner running?
That was what I was just saying, answering.
Well, I was just reading his comment though.
Okay.
I was just and he called us his favorite friends, so that's nice.
Korea
Considering the day we've had.
Carthens.
She's saying that doesn't make you a bad person. You seem to be a nice guy. In other words, you were
I'm a nice guy.
You were talking about doing time, and she was saying that doesn't make you a bad person. You were talking about doing time, and no, he's not a bad person.
I was just retarded, is all.
So, Tracy McCart, my wife and I know how you feel, Ruthie. Well, maybe he's referring to maybe they've had a child.
I'm leaving out. I got to get up at 4 a.m. and leave out at 6:30 a.m. I'm going to get over there and lube my truck up and hook up and go. So I was going to do it here, but I didn't do it.
Oh, I apologize. I called her a Carria. I'm a he. He says, I know my name is jacked up. A Korea. I thought that was a female name. I apologize. I'm not even sure if I'm saying it right. Korea. It's Kerria.
Could be Kari.
I just I apologize. It looked like a feminine name.
If it's not Carrie, it could be Kari.
But the funny thing is he says, I'm a he and I know my name is jacked up. he said I know my name is jacked up. So I apologize for the misgendering.
I'm going back out to Draper.
I don't want to misgender anybody.
Draper, Utah, where I just made my delivery last Friday, was it? So yeah, and I'm gonna make another delivery on Friday again. So go over there and hammer down and get on out there. So I need to make as many loads as I can because next month I got all kinds of court dates and stuff I got to go to. So.
Okay. I don't even know how to pronounce it, but the Carria, he says he says it's okay. Maybe I should just go by the last name, Carthens, Mr. Carthens. Okay, but I do think it's funny that he says he knows his name is. That's his words, jacked up, because it does look like a feminine name. But anyway, I apologize.
Yeah, I'm a very blessed man to have Ruthie B as my wife, and I know the Lord designed her and created her so that both of us can be soulmates. Husband and wife, and the two become one. So I understand all that. So
you're talking about outlaw for life. Outlaw for life says Stephen. Thanks for apologizing to Ruthie. I was thinking you must have been in a bad mood because you're not that kind of guy to treat Ruthie that way. We all have our bad days. So yes, thank you. Thank you for apologizing. I appreciate that. Oh, he just said call him KC. He said just call me KC. Tim gets it wrong too. It is easier to say KC. And you were talking about how you know a KC. So Outlaw for Life says you are a great couple. Well, the thing is that we are a real couple. We're a real couple.
How many spokes do we have? You have 5 spokes, 4 spokes.
Like the spokes of a wheel?
Yeah, we're a wheel couple.
Oh, I said a real couple, and you're like a will couple. And Stephen has a sense of humor that I do not. Stephen has a sense of humor that I mean, that one went flying over me. So, grab that stack of magazines real quick, and I want to explain.
I just showed it.
But there are new people, and So we got all of these at one time.
I'm a lifetime member with OIDA.
So let's
been
see.
there for.
One, two,
I've been with them for
3,
20 years, haven't
4,
I?
5, 6. Okay, we got 7 landline magazines at one time, and that's the OOIDA, OIDA. We got 7 of these at one time because they messed up and stopped sending us the magazine. And I'm like, why aren't we getting the magazine anymore? And so now we've got 7 magazines to go through, and the latest one from March and April of 2025 says human driver not found. That's going to be an interesting article. And it says 2025 expected to be a pivotal year for driverless trucks. Driverless trucks. So anyway, oh, and look at that. That was the 50-year magazine. We missed that one too. I don't think you see it. 1975.
Well, I tell you what.
1975 was the first year for Landline magazine.
Driving is really hairy out there with the drivers we have. There's so many drivers out there. Just when they're passing, their trailer's still in your lane, and when you look in the mirror, you can see the back of their trailers. You know, some of it's because they dog leg. And what I mean by that is that whenever an inexperienced driver that doesn't know how to get around a curve and they turn real hard or they don't turn enough where the wheels will clear, it's one thing when you crawl over the curb, you don't really hurt it. But if you hit a curb real fast, it will push on that wheel and knock it out of alignment. And when it does, it turns that axle and causes that trailer to dog leg. It goes down the road sideways. And a lot of times, the truck will be passing and the trailer is in my lane. And even though they're over in their lane, their trailer is in my lane. And so I get a lot of that. Plus, I get a lot, and that's caused by hitting curbs and stuff and knocking your trailer out of alignment, and the trailer's dog legging. And other than that, then drivers, not just a couple days ago, a guy was all in my lane and then cut over in my lane, and I looked at him and he had his foot up in the seat. The seat was all the way up, driving a Volvo. And he was driving, his hand was next to his knee, and that's where the steering wheel was. He was just, it's like, how do you even drive like that, you know? He's driving like with his leg.
That's crazy. That's probably an illegal, probably. I want to catch up on some of these comments. Outlaw for Life says, you guys still have a moral, something that is long gone these days, that you have morals. And but that doesn't mean we're perfect by no means, but we do have morals, a biblical sense of morals and loving Jesus. And when we do wrong, we admit it. So anyhow, like Stephen apologized publicly to me, so that was nice. But thank you, Outlaw. Casey says, do your wife drive a truck? No, Mr. Casey, no, I do not drive a truck. No.
Ruthie's
no, I do not.
She has real bad backing up skills. And,
I do not drive.
I've tried teaching her, and she's I guess I'm not a very good teacher because she doesn't learn from me.
So I guess I need to apologize to Matt Berg because he is reaching out. So Mr. Matt Berg, he said, I didn't mean it in a bad way. I didn't mean just trying to look out. YouTube can be really bad for some situations. Yes. And that's right. I was wrong.
We had a guy on the channel.
I was wrong, Mr. Matt. I'm
50
sorry.
times a day would be, what'd you go to prison for? What'd you go to prison for? What'd you go to prison for?
Yes.
What's prison like? And you'd tell him and explain it to him and say, you look, I just explained it to you. You didn't explain it to me. Explain it again. Just some kind of freaking weirdo.
He was obsessed with you. So
Yeah.
so Matt Berg, I'm just having a very emotional time, and I'm sorry. I didn't mean to lash out at you. I just that he kind of came across it rubbed me the wrong way. So I'm sorry to Matt Berg, and he said he's sorry. He says I didn't mean it. I just was looking out for you all, and that's true. I mean, we do get people that are obsessed with us, and you're going to get that, and you have to accept that.
I was telling
You're
them
going to get
today
that.
about the notification we got from YouTube that we can do different languages around the world now.
Oh yeah. So now we're growing, and I mean obviously you all see that we're growing, and we've gained 3,000 subscribers in 1 year and 600 subscribers in 1 month. So we are growing on YouTube, and so YouTube sent us a notification today saying that now every video from now on that we put out will be translated into multiple languages, and that's a pretty big deal. I mean, it was like 10 different languages: Japanese, from Thailand, I guess Thai.
You fight with wife. Oh,
Yeah, you're in the. Anyway, it's gonna be like in 10 different languages.
you truck driver.
And,
You come home, fight with wife.
and then you kiss and make up, right? So,
but kiss and make up is fun.
So, yeah, I guess because we're growing at a high level,
Kentucky.
they said that from now on, every video from now on is going to be put in. Like
we can say that. Hello from Kentucky.
You've lost me in the comments. Okay. So Keep On Trucking says, hello, Stephen and Miss Ruthie.
Oh, Keep On Trucking's on there?
Yes. Keep On Trucking Outlaw Life. That's Herschel. I believe that's Herschel. And Mr. Herschel, if I am correct. I think that's Mr. Herschel. He says, how are you all doing? Dakota says, Stephen, do you see yourself getting a new truck anytime, like as gorgeous as Rooster? Well, we can't afford it.
We cannot
afford that.
I've had 2 trucks that were every bit as beautiful as Rooster. My last one, it took me, how many years did I have that truck?
The black one?
No, the white one. It took me 3 years to pay it off, and then I had it for a couple more years.
We got rid of that one in May of 2020. May seems to be the cursed month of getting rid of trucks. It was May of 2020, right at COVID. And it was because of COVID that we got pennies on the dollar for our truck and trailer. So May the 27th of 2020, no, May the 8th, we sold the truck on May 8th because we uploaded our first video on May the 27th. So, May 8th, which was your mom's birthday. It was a rainy day. It was a Friday, and we sold that Peterbilt. And then 4 years later, May of 2024, we let the black one go. So May is not a good month for we get rid of trucks in May.
So the answer to your question is well, I'll try to make some money with this one before I start trying to find another one.
So Casey's like, you taking another load in the morning? Yes, you are leaving out in the morning.
Leaving here at 6:30 a.m.
So Keep On Trucking Outlaw. Look at all those thumbs up. Look at that. That's nice. Keep On Trucking. Mr. Herschel says, everyone. All right. So we have 57 people, according to my counter up here. We have 57 people currently looking. Everyone hit that thumbs up button for our friends, Big Belly Bumbles. It really helps out the channel, and yes, it does. So thank you, Keep On Trucking Outlaw Life, Mr. Herschel, for saying that. So we how many likes? We have 30 likes and 57 people are watching. So anyway, that's 32. Now we got 32 likes. Do I see a 33? 33 going once, going twice. 33, 33, 33, 30. Do I hear 34? 34, 34, 34, 35. I would never make it as an auctioneer. 33. Oh, we got 33. Oh, maybe I can still be an auction. 33, 33, 34. Anyway, All right, so now we got 60 people watching and 33 likes. Okay, so thank you. Keep on trucking. Matt said, Matt Lawn Care. My opinion is fixing an older truck is the best thing. All these new trucks and motors are junk. Just my opinion.
Well, I don't want a truck with a new motor. What I'd like to have is I would just like to have, to me, the truck that I want next is a 386 Pete, stretched out to 280 with a really nice APU like the one that I have now, and with a 3-door headache rack on it, with airbags in the front, and with a big wraparound bumper, big sun visor on it, and yeah, that'd be a cool truck to have. You'd still have all the Peterbilt luxury, but then it'd be aerodynamic. And I would like to have a big cap, 18 speed with 333s or 323 rears. And so that's the next truck I'd like to have.
So
if I had the money and had the choice to go out and buy
a 386, but I know you love the 379s. I know you love.
Yeah, but the 386
is the modern version of the
no, they don't even make them anymore. It was the truck they made after it. Well, they made it at the same time they made the 379, but it's just the aerodynamic one. So.
Okay, Eddie Bennett. That's who you were talking about. Eddie Bennett says hello from Kentucky. Well, we are in Kentucky. Where is Eddie Bennett at? We are in Trick County. We are in Little Cerulean, which is close to Cadiz, Kentucky, Hopkinsville, Kentucky, land between the lakes. We are in Western Kentucky. So, Eddie Bennett, where in Kentucky are you? KC says, LOL. You are taking a load for Tim early. Yes, I think we've already talked about that. You're leaving out early in the morning. Gucci lover. Stephen, you'll find another top truck.
See, this is a 386.
Oh, I like that red and white paint job.
Well,
don't mess the camera up.
I know it. But anyway. Anyway, that's a 386. It's from the hood back, it's a 379.
Okay. Keep on trucking. My mom is in the chat. See, my mom is in the chat to hi, mom, love you. Well, keep on trucking, Mr. Keep on trucking outlaws. Life is mothers in the chat. So,
hello, moms.
Hello, mother of Keep on Trucking Outlaw Life. That's nice that you bring your mother into it. That's nice. So, Eddie Bennett, he went to Matt's this weekend and he finally got to see the famous rooster. That's wonderful, Mr. Eddie. You know, we live in Kentucky, as I just pointed out. And, you know, how many hours away, Stephen, are we from Louisville? We live in Kentucky and we have never.
226 miles.
So we live in Kentucky and we've never been able to go to Matt's. And interestingly, that this last well, no, I don't know what you did with the last one. We were talking about I'm holding a stack of landline magazines and
I'm trying to hide it from you.
Oh, well, there was one, I just pulled one up that was talking about Matt's. We have a whole stack of landline magazines, the OIDA magazine. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I just made the connection. I just made the connection. Outlaw for Life is the mother of Keep on Trucking Outlaw Life. I had never made that connection. Okay, because she says, hi, son. So you got two. There's Keep on Trucking Outlaw Life, and then his mother is Outlaw for Life, and she says, hi, son. So you're kind of keeping that name in the family.
I gotta go fill up some urine bottles.
You're gonna go fill up some urine bottles. Okay. So I never made that connection. So that's really cool, Mr. Eddie, that you got to go see Rooster. It kind of makes me sad that we have never had the opportunity to financially be a part of Matt's, either to go just to go as a spectator or to have a truck out there at the Matt's um, program. But anyway, Matt Lawnscape says, my dad just ordered those new pistons that Tim was talking about. Okay, well, that's cool. So, MG Lawn and Landscape, that your dad just ordered some pistons. Eddie Bennett says, you are in Taylor County, South Central Kentucky. Okay, well, I guess we're practically neighbors. If you are South Central Kentucky and I am Western Kentucky, close to the land between the lakes area, the LBL, then I guess we're pretty much neighbors. Oh, we got somebody from Oklahoma. James Mason from Oklahoma. The OK state. The OK state. Okay, that's great. Mr. Mason, thank you for joining us. Casey, they were trying to sell you a truck at Matt's. They said the truck they auctioned is supposed to be one of the last trucks. They said it's going to be over $1 million. Well, I have no words. We would never be able to afford $1 million truck. I can't compete with $1 million truck. We just can't compete with that. Gucci Lover says, what's the price of one of them? I guess KC just said something about $1 million. Scott Castleberry. Hey, Big Belly Bumbles. You know, your name, Castleberry. Scott Castleberry. This is interesting. I went to college with a person named Sean Castleberry. Spelled that Castleberry is an unusual name. I mean, at least to me it is. I mean, I think that Castleberry is an unusual name. And so I went to university with somebody.
Ruthie pulled some steak out, so I guess we'll have steak and beans. Sounds like a lot of protein, huh?
So Castleberry is an interesting name. Yes, I thawed out some steak which hasn't been cooked yet. Keep on trucking, outlaw life. Yeah, Ruthie, I told you I set my mom's phone. I told you I set my mom's phone up as Outlaw for Life. Oh, yes, you did. Yes, you did. So she could watch your channel. She loves you guys. She's 74. Sorry, Mom. Yes, you did tell me, Herschel. You did tell me that you set that up, the similar channel, Outlaw for Life. And yes, you did. But I apologize. I had a brain freeze on that. And so your mom is 74. Well, guess what? On Easter Sunday, my mom's going to be 73 on Easter Sunday. On April the 20th, my mom's going to be 73. So you're ratting out your mom for being 74, and mine's almost 73. Let's see. Steven's changing the lighting over here. That's what you see. Oh, wow. That's a different shade. Oh, my shirt's changing colors. Ooh, my shirt's changing colors. The magical changing color shirt. Steven's messing with the lighting. I apologize, Herschel, that I forgot about you setting that up. I'm sorry. I can't remember everything, so thank you for bringing that to my attention. Casey wants to know, how much does it cost? Is there a ticket price? How much does it cost to go to Matt's?
I have no idea. Never been there.
So, Casey, how much does it cost to go to Matt's? I'm not sure of a ticket price, but you have to figure out more than just a ticket price. I mean, if you're going to try to be there for any length of time, is it a 4-day show? Is it 3 or 4 days? Then you got to figure in hotels and food. So I don't know about a single ticket for Matt's, but then again, if you're traveling and you have hotels and food, and then if you're blessed enough to be able to have your truck in the show, which maybe one day Bumbles will have a truck in the show, maybe one day. Buck Barrett, I'm from Greenwood, South Carolina. Nice. Somehow when I heard Greenwood, it made me think of Lee Greenwood. I guess I'm in a patriotic mood. I think Lee Greenwood is.
It says that they cost $10,
Well, obviously we can afford $10 for a ticket.
$20, and if you show up and don't have it, it's $20.
So yeah, so $10 or $20 for the ticket. So it's not really obviously about a $10 or $20 ticket to the Mid America Truck Show. It's just the whole opportunity, and then taking off work. I mean, Stephen just now started working for Tim Gentry, and if he just now started working for Tim Gentry and he's doing loads, he can't take off
So
to go to the show.
When you weren't here, somebody asked how did I meet Tim, and I was telling them about it was trucker Sean, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
And you gave him my phone number, and he called me up, and we talked about families. And
oh yeah, I do remember
I was praying
that.
for his family and all this and that. And anyway, he was telling me about a guy that hauled boats, and he wanted to get into hauling boats, and that's how I found out about him. So
okay, so we got people from South Carolina. Buck Barrett is in South Carolina. Matt Berg is in Central Florida. So we're having a roll call of states here. We're roll calling all the states. We got South Carolina, we got Florida. Oh, the mother's upset. She's not going to be 74. She's going to be 72. I'm not going to be 74. I'm going to be 72. So Scott Castleberry says that his last name is Irish. Okay, it's a very nice
so you
name.
haven't lived those 2 years yet. Just wait a minute.
And she has some little funny emojis there. So, but my mom's going to be 73. So my mom is older than you. So by 1 year. And like I said, her birthday falls on Easter this year. I really like the name Castleberry. He says it's Irish. So do you claim to be, well, I guess you are Irish if you have an Irish last name. We just had St. Patrick's Day. So do you pull out your St. Patrick's Day ticket on March the 17th, Mr. Castleberry? Because I say everybody, it's a cultural thing to want to have to claim Irish on March the 17th. But and that's not anything derogatory. I mean, that's a kind of a cultural thing. But that if you have a last name that's Irish, then I guess you have that heritage. Casey said, no, I was saying that at Matt's, they were auctioning off one over the last Peterbilt truck.
What's
think they auctioned it.
Is today the 1st or the?
Tomorrow is April the 1st. This is
all right. I guess I do need some sleep.
Let's see. I think so, Casey. I was saying that at the Mats, they were auctioning off one over the last Peterbilt truck. I think that they auctioned it off for $1 million. Well, happy birthday! But I'm not going to sing it because I got in trouble the last time. Today is everybody tell Scott Castleberry happy birthday. He says he feels old. But the last time I sang happy birthday, it messed Steven's ear up, and he said I cracked his eardrum. So I'm just going to phonetically say it. Happy birthday, Scott Castleberry. Happy birthday. KC says he's in North Carolina. So again, we're doing a roll call of the states. So we got South Carolina, we got Florida, we got North Carolina. Oh, well, that's nice. Herschel says, happy birthday, Scott. That's nice. Nigel, he's in the United Kingdom. Nigel Perkin. He's far away from everybody. Everybody's calling out their state. Mr. Nigel says, hiya, lovely lady. So he is in the United Kingdom. You're welcome, Scott, for the birthday wishes. Let's see. Justin Berger said 3 days. Oh, okay. Matt's last 3 days. The Mid-America Truck Show last 3 days. Okay. Got some more birthday wishes for Scott. And Raymond Bradley. Hi, Stephen and Ruthie. Well, hi, Mr. Raymond. Lots of birthday wishes for Scott Castleberry on his birthday. The Irishman. Oh, and Mr. Castleberry on his birthday is in from Pennsylvania. Oh, Michigan, of course. Outlaw for Life is Michigan. So we've got a whole. I don't know if there's probably not
In the
emojis
morning.
for everybody's
I'll be leaving out in the morning.
State flag. There's probably not state flag emojis. If there's state flag emojis, try to find. I don't think there are. That was silly of me. I don't think there's state flag emojis. There's country emoji flags, like flags for country emojis, but I don't think state flags. Yes, Mr. Castleberry. Stephen is leaving very early tomorrow.
I made breakfast this morning, and I'm gonna be making dinner here in a minute. So.
Let's see. Casey, what is your wheelbase on your own personal truck? What is your wheelbase?
I don't have any idea. I think it's like a 260 or something like that. It's not a very big truck. Maybe 270. I don't know.
Oh, look at the birthday cakes.
It gets around the corners pretty good.
Really cool. Oh, look, there's all kinds of birthday cakes popping up for Mr. Castleberry on his birthday. Hey, for what it's worth, today is March the 30th. Now, I don't expect you to memorize this, but we're talking about birthdays. Today is March the 31st. Well, Stephen, 4 months from today is July 31. 4 months from today is July 31, and my birthday is July 31. So 4 months from today, and Stephen is July 14th. We're both July babies. Stephen and I are both July babies. Oh, Justin Burgers is in Colorado. Northern Indiana. I said India. Indiana. There's a big difference between India and Indiana.
The truck ran fine. It did well.
Yes, he's asking about it. And Outlaw for Life, the mom, she said, where are you heading out to?
I'm going to Draper, Utah.
Back to where you just came from.
Same place.
Do we have a cat in here snoring? Oh, we do. We do have a cat in here snoring. I guess the other cat's still outside. We have a cat that snores, and I just on this couch behind me here, I heard some snoozing and some snoring coming, and one of our cats is inside. KC says, can you drive a twin shift?
I never drove one, but I imagine I could. I mean,
What's a twin shift?
Not that I want to. Sounds like work to me.
Steven's over there clipping his nails. Show everybody your nail clippers. We're on live and you are clipping your fingernails.
Well, that's because I got a hangnail.
See, that's pretty real. I mean, that's about as real as you get. We're doing a live and we're clipping our nails, but at least it's fingernails and not toenails. I don't even know what a twin shift is.
It's two shifters.
So what's the point of that?
So when you're shifting, there's a little switch up there. You see me using that with my thumb. Okay, so you have one that clicks up, and then you have another one that splits it. So what you do is you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you reach that other one and you shift it up, and then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, like that. So It's just a high and low. So yeah.
So Buck Barrett. Sorry, I'm giving you a wrong last name. Buck Barrett said that he's also a July baby. Yes, Stephen is July the 14th, and I'm July 31st, and we have many July birthdays. I have a sister who's July 4th, like the 4th of July. We have a lot of July birthdays. In fact, this is interesting. Talk about Irish, Mr. Castleberry, talking about Irish. I don't know if you've ever heard of the terminology Irish twins. I don't know if you've ever heard of Irish twins. So an Irish twin, and that's a nickname, an Irish twin.
I knew a girl one time had Irish twins.
Well, I am an Irish twin.
Oh, no, she had Irish twins.
Oh, well, an Irish... Oh, Stephen! Oh, that just went over my head. Okay, that just went completely. He left the room. He left the room, folks. That just kind of like went right over my head. Whoopsie! Didn't see that one coming. Irish twin is if like my birthday is July 31, and then the following July 4th, my sister was born. So she's not even exactly a whole year younger than me. We are 11 months and 4 days apart. Poor mom. We are 11 months and 4 days apart. So Irish twin means that you have a sibling that is born less than a full calendar year. So you're about as close to being twins as you can be without being twins. So that means that right after I was born, my mom got pregnant right away, right after I was born. So my sister and I, like when she
I
when
just went to California.
so like when my sister has her birthday, like when she's gonna be 46 this year. I'm still 46 until July 31, and I'll be 47.
I mean, what are they gonna do? They're gonna pull open my hood and say you can't come in here. I just went out there and I didn't have any troubles. So what I understand is, see, the EPA is a whole total different department. They're not DOT, and DOT won't have anything to do with the EPA. So you're not going to be harassed by DOT. But if the EPA sees you, what they'll do is run a smog test on your truck. And so, you'll either fail the smog test or you'll pass. And so from what I hear, most people pass as long as you don't have, smoke pouring out of it. So anyway, when I went out there 3 weeks ago, I didn't see any EPA, and I didn't have anybody knocking on my door, and I didn't get harassed by nobody. So,
Okay, so that was he was well that was weird. I've never seen that happen right in front of my eyes. I never saw that. There was a message, and then then it disappeared, and it said message retracted. Like it just disappeared. It's from Justin Burgers. And there was a message. I was trying to read it from Justin Burgers, and then all of a sudden, message retracted. So
maybe he didn't mean it.
Maybe he didn't mean. I don't know what he said. So Gucci Lover says that our cat is a big lion on the sofa. Yes, he's a big lion, and also let's see. Casey says he needs to clip his nails too. So I think that you were inspiring Casey to clip his nails.
I left my thumbs.
Okay. I have a friend that drives the truck and he cannot go into California because his engine is a 2000. That's also Mr. Scott.
Well, I hadn't been driving my trucks out there because the company that I was with, the Elite Transportation, for the last 12 years, didn't want me to go out there. But I just went out there 3 weeks ago and I didn't go to jail. So.
Yeah. So that was a good thing. I don't know.
I didn't have the what do you call those people? I didn't have anybody with guns pulling me over, trying to yank me out of the truck, telling me I was violating some kind of law. So.
You mean
Gestapo?
Oh, okay.
The Gestapo wasn't waiting for me at the state line, and I went in, got to see my son, wished him off to
Air Force boot camp.
The Air Force, and gave him a big hug and told him I loved him, was proud of him, and yeah.
Oh, the message from Justin Burgers is back. He said my sister. Because his message just disappeared and then it came back, my sister. So I think he was trying to say his sister has a birthday. Maybe that was somebody else. No, Gucci Lover says that his sister's birthday is tomorrow. So I'm not sure what's happening in the comments there. My sister. Scott wants to buy a new truck.
Yes. Well, it's called Argosy.
He wants to buy an Argosy?
He said you were out there 3 weeks ago in Tim's Aries.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, but it's the same thing as what I got now. So as far as years and everything.
Oh, I see. That's Michael Wallace. Hey, isn't that a race car driver? Isn't there a Michael Wallace race car driver?
Um,
A NASCAR? Isn't there a NASCAR driver named Michael Wallace?
yeah, what about it?
Well, maybe that's the Michael Wallace.
Maybe it ain't.
I'm trying to be funny, okay?
I don't see any race tires.
Michael Wallace, probably not the race car Michael Wallace. 3 weeks ago, that's what you were talking about. You were in Tim's Aries, and okay, I'm just slow. But I think of, isn't there a car? There's a car called a Dodge Aries. Isn't there a Dodge Aries?
I'm sure he meant Argosy.
I'm sure he did. Casey, I have Peterbilt 359. It's really old. I just got it sitting in the yard.
Yeah. What's it doing there? Growing plants on it? I've always said that when I retire, I'll keep my truck and just plant flowers on it.
My truck that I have now, it broke down, the motor blew up, and it needs a lot of work to get it back to be roadworthy.
Oh.
A lot of work. Well, we know all about that.
Yeah, unfortunately. I've had to fix quite a few of them. But I fix them because I got tired of paying lots of money, and man, I don't, those places are, I don't want to be taking them to those shops. I ain't gonna be talking bad about people, but I can't afford them, so I just fix my own stuff.
Oh, Buck Barrett says Michael, Rusty, and Kenny Wallace. Oh, they're okay.
Those are the brothers. Those are the three race car
okay,
drivers.
Yeah. Okay, Michael, Rusty, and Kenny Wallace, race car drivers. Okay. Well, I just somehow the name Michael Wallace was in my head for race car.
Michael is the real tall one. And,
it used to be my grandfather's truck.
Rusty and Kenny. Kenny is a go-getter, and Rusty he did pretty good, for a while.
Casey has what I'm driving now is a W900 Kenworth 220-inch sleeper.
What?
A 200. It says 220-inch sleeper.
Wow, isn't that nice? He's got all the makings of home there.
It's a W900 Kenworth 220-inch sleeper. Oh, YouTube is awesome. Is here. Making any money? Are you making any money?
I haven't got paid yet.
Yes, you have. You've had. Well, that was with the Argosy, but you haven't had your first paycheck as an owner operator yet.
Yeah, I haven't got paid yet, so it'll be here Friday.
You have, but you haven't. We have been paid, and I'm not sharing.
Not for owner operator.
No, we've got paid for the one that he did in Tim's Argosy, but we have not had any compensation yet as the owner operator yet. Oh, Justin Burgers. My sister's birthday is July 28th. Well, I am July 31, so happy early birthday to Justin Burger's sister.
But that's the whole reason why I'm doing it, is to make money. I can't live on borrowed money anymore.
Not anymore.
You got to pay that stuff back,
Yeah. I do. Casey says I like it. I guess he likes it. Oh yeah, he likes his truck, the W900 220-inch sleeper.
Yeah, I'll bet you like it.
He says I like it.
How long is your trailer? You got a 53-foot behind it? That thing take a mile to turn it around.
So 53 foot.
Wow.
53 foot is his trailer.
And that's something. That's a talent that I don't have. I mean, I imagine I could do it, but right now I don't have the talent to be driving a big old rig like that. That's a lot of rig.
Speaking of talent, somebody actually I think that it was on Instagram. I'm pretty sure it was, because we are on Instagram. We are on Instagram. And we're on Facebook. We are on Facebook and we are on Instagram. But obviously, our main hub, our main focus is YouTube. But somebody on Instagram said that Stephen was a Renaissance man, because he can do so much. Well, Casey's pretty young. I'm 37 years old. Well, I'm 10 years older than you, Mr. Casey. I will be 47 in July. So I was in fifth grade when you were born. Fifth grade. Andy says 220-inch sleeper is huge. I thought that 196-inch was the biggest. Wow.
Yeah, that's a big old condo right there.
Oh, Sheila from Common Sense is here. Hi, Sheila. Hi. I remembered her screen name. Her screen name is Common Sense, and her name is Sheila. Buck Barrett says I'm pushing 50. Well, I'm not right. I'm 3 years from 50, so I'm behind you on that. YouTube is awesome. Did you check your fuel pressure yet?
No, I haven't.
You know the master mechanic's gonna get on to you about that.
I haven't done it. When I get to the shop, Tim's shop tomorrow, I'm gonna. I also mentioned that I don't have my fuel gauge. I don't know where it is, and so when I get to Tim's shop tomorrow, I'll see if they have one and check it then.
Okay, I'm pretty sure he would, right?
And I checked the filter. It is a 25 micron.
I want to go back to the Renaissance comment that I was talking about. The reason why this person on Instagram. So, shameless plug. If you don't follow us on Instagram, please do that. If you don't follow us on Facebook, please do that. We are not just YouTube only, but that is our main thing. And we're also on Rumble too, Rumble. But the reason why somebody was saying that Stephen was a Renaissance man is because if you go to our, if you on our YouTube channel, we have the little tab that it's called the post tab, where we could just put still pictures and non-videos, but just pictures. And so I put a picture of Stephen's artwork of I see the cat just got down, the sleeping cat just got off the couch. I saw a tail go by. So you go to our post page, and you will see an oil painting that Stephen did when we got engaged. He made an oil painting for a wedding gift. And so somebody said, is there anything that Stephen can't do? Is there anything this man can't do? I mean, he can drive. He's a mechanic. He does all his own mechanical work. He can cook.
Almost ready.
And he's cooking dinner right now. He cooked breakfast, and now he cooked dinner. And then he can paint. He can really, really paint. So somebody was calling him the Renaissance man because he can do so many different things. So,
well, when I was a kid, my dad wanted me to be raised the way he was raised back in the 30s. And he made sure that I learned everything. So when I was a kid, I cooked for myself. And when I was in 7th grade, I was in home ec and learned how to bake. And I built my first motor when I was 9 years old. When I was 7, I got a motorcycle, and my dad gave it to me and said I could have it if I fixed it. I never did get it fixed. And some months later, he came out there and said, I guess I'm going to have to fix it myself. And he couldn't even fix it. So he ended up putting a motor in it. It was a 250, and he said it was too powerful for me. So he went and got me a Honda 100, and I learned how to ride at 7 years old on a Honda 100. So
very talented. Stephen is very, very talented.
Plus, I cut wood. My dad made me cut wood, and we in Royal Seco. We would cut wood, and I would drag brush and run a log splitter and run chainsaws. And then we'd load the truck up with wood. We'd take and deliver it and stack wood. And plus we had animals that take care of animals. Plus had a garden, had to take care of the garden. And plus had to do laundry, clean the house, wash dishes, the whole 9 yards.
So in other words, there's very little that Stephen cannot do. Very little. The master mechanic has another question. Is the fuel above the black ring? This is YouTube is awesome. Is the fuel above the black ring? If not, it may be sucking air.
Oh, you mean in the window? It sits about this high. It's yeah. So
KC, I had 2 trucks pass down to me that were trucks that I just told you. Oh, okay. So they were passed down to you. Okay, so you inherited the trucks. Well, that's always nice, Mr. KC, to inherit those trucks. That's nice. So congratulations on the Lord's blessing for you to inherit the trucks.
well, it could be a blessing or it could be a curse.
Depending on the truck, I guess. So Miss Sheila says she's common sense. I'm sure she's got a lot of common sense. Her screen name is Common Sense. Sheila says, remember I said that you look like Jessica Simpson? Now I saw a movie and I think that your husband looks like Nick Nolte. That might be spelled wrong, but you know who I'm talking about. So somebody thinks that you look like Nick Nolte.
No, my dad's name wasn't Chubby, but
What
it says right there.
Stephen, was your dad's name Chubby Howard? He was a country singer. No, it's Jim Howard.
Actually, we just ran across another Jim Howard that made a song here. Remember that?
Yes.
So there was another Jim Howard, but his Jim Howard KC or something like that.
It was it was KW Jim Howard, like the Kenworth.
Yeah.
Sheila says, I saw that painting today. Yes, the painting that Stephen did. Yes, Miss Sheila. Stephen is very, very talented. Casey says that the truck I bought myself, the 2001 Freightliner Classic XL Detroit, is a 13-speed. Gucci Lover says, I'm into the old Lambretta scooters. Do you know what that is? An old Lambretta scooters. He said he has 3 of them.
Oh, well,
A Lambretta scooter.
I think I know what they are. They're the full body ones.
And getting back to Xavier, I think we already talked about this. Stephen's dad's name was not Chubby, but yes, his dad was a country singer named Jim Howard. YouTube is awesome. Says if the inherited trucks are well maintained, then it would be a blessing. Yes.
So yeah, they're the full body ones.
Oh, okay.
Ruthie's got a little story about scooters.
Oh.
When she was a teenager, she went to Mexico and she was trying to be a senior reader. And what happened to you when you tried?
So the one and only time. Oh, thank you, Herschel Fraser. Keep your chin up, Ruthie. God will. Thank you, Mr. Fraser. Oh, okay.
Bring back memories.
Yes, talking about scooters. Yes.
I have to go check my beans.
Stephen's cooking beans. Yes, the one and only time that I've been out of the United States was in 1999 when I was 21 years old. I'll be 47 this summer, and I was 21 years old in 1999. I went to Cancun, Mexico, on a spring break trip for college, and it's pretty sad that I can't get past the North America. If I'm, the one time I leave the country, I'm still in North America, but it is what. At least I went somewhere. I went somewhere in the world besides the United States, but I went to Cancun, Mexico, on a spring break trip, and I rented because we were also went to Chichen Itza too, and I rented a scooter, or it was a moped. It was a moped. I rented a little moped to get around, and I wrecked it. I had no business doing that. I had absolutely no business doing that because I don't know what I thought I could drive that thing. Or,
wow.
But I had no business renting a moped to go traveling around Cancun with. And anyway, I wrecked it. And
a little dash of salt.
he's cooking the beans. And anyway, So we had the insurance through the school, and the university had to pay for that. But I wrecked it, so I don't drive anything like that motorized anymore. Thank you, Mr. Herschel. Keep your chin up. That's nice. Thank you. Buck Barrett, you can't think for themselves. Depend too much on other people. I'm not sure what that comment's referring to. We're probably really delayed in our comments. Probably can't. Buck Barrett is saying can't think for themselves. Depend too much on other people. I'm not sure what that was about. I must have missed something in the conversation. Do you know what he's talking about? Can't think for themselves. Depend too much.
Talking about today's generation.
Oh yeah, today's generation. Speaking of which, hello. I went to a wedding shower yesterday. Somebody's daughter in my church is getting married.
Oh, that's what you're saying now.
I'm not naming names, but I went to a wedding shower yesterday.
You're gonna tear up my magazines. I ain't even read them yet.
Oh, sorry, I'm getting pretty hyper. And see, I haven't even had a chance to tell you this. Talking about today's generation.
Hot off the press, ladies and gentlemen. Hot off the press. Come get it. Hey, come get the news. Hot off the press.
I just couldn't believe it. The bride-to-be, she's getting married next month. She was freaking out because she couldn't read anybody's cards because they were written in cursive. And she said,
"Oh well, I taught AJ how to write."
She said, "I can't read these cards; they're written in cursive." So we were all giving her cards for the wedding shower, and she's getting married in 3 weeks, and she's like, "I can't read this. I can't." And it was really nice cursive. It was beautiful cursive handwriting.
Well, I'm not eating. I'm just tasting it, making sure the beans are soft.
Somebody's making a comment about
Besides that, if I offer you the beans, you'll be tooting all night. You might get kicked out of bed.
So the bride-to-be is 23, going to be 24 in June. 23, almost 24, and she cannot read cursive, and that came out of her own mouth. She's like, I have all these cards and everybody's writing in cursive. And you know what made it worse? The maid of honor who sat next to her said that she was going to be not the bride, but the maid of honor said about herself. She said, I'm going to be a teacher. I am going to be a teacher, and I can't even read cursive handwriting. And I flipped. I mean, mentally, I wasn't to them, but I was thinking, you got 2 fresh college graduates. One is going to be a teacher, and a teacher. And they both
beating on the table.
They both could not read.
That knocks the camera out of focus.
They both could not read cursive handwriting. That was really sad. So she couldn't read her greetings. She couldn't read her cards for her shower because she couldn't read cursive. I
put a little bit of everything in there. This time I decided to put onions in it because I had an onion that was starting to look a little old, so like throw that in there. So, but it's paprika and cayenne and some red seed and some black pepper, a little bit of garlic salt and a little dash of salt, about a teaspoon of salt, and I believe that's it. I'm thinking about going and putting a tablespoon of honey in it.
Honey?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Casey was saying that you were being rude. Wink, wink. I mean, he didn't use the word rude, but it's not good to eat and not offer. He wanted some.
I just wanted to make sure they were soft.
Oh, Gucci Lover says that you were right not to sell your bikes. The 3 motorcycles. Gucci Lover says Stephen was right not to sell his bikes. Telephone, telegraph, tell Ruthie. That's funny. Telephone, telegraph, tell Ruthie. That's funny. Yes, Sheila. Not every school is still teaching cursive yet, though. Sadly, She was talking about needing the kids just can't read cursive.
I know.
Casey wants to know if you put meat in your beans.
I do sometimes. We ain't got any to put in there tonight.
So, well, because we didn't cook the steak up. I mean, it's you could have put steak in your beans. Could have steak and beans. Sheila says that cursive is taught 2nd through 5th grade in Florida. They just passed the law a few years ago. Well, they need to bring it back to Kentucky.
Well, from what I heard, Brashears was supposed to put that in effect.
Governor Brashears. I mean, that's so sad. You're 23 years old. You're getting married, and you can't read your own cards at your wedding shower.
Okay.
I mean, it's just a big deal to me. Okay, it's a big deal.
Tracy's going to take you out behind the barn.
Well, see, you didn't have to name names. Xavier, I love dumplings in my beans. I've never heard of a dumpling in a bean.
What's a bean dumpling?
Bean dumpling. Well, since your beans are almost done, you think we're gone for 2 hours. We should probably close down.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us and seeing us through me get the mud wiped off my face. And
just a lot
I love the Ruthie B. And
just a lot of emotions.
And I got to get some rest because I'm tired. Got to get my eyes ready to get back on the road in the morning. And so, yeah.
We've been through, if you've been with us for the whole 2 hours and 10 minutes, we've just been through a lot of emotions, a lot of making up to do, frustration about AJ, just a lot. Me crying.
I did watch Grinding Gears. I did. Seen him get that truck that was gifted to him. That's a beautiful truck.
He got a truck?
Yeah. Blue Freightliner.
Casey says, I hope to see a video of you in the morning. Well, I don't know. I mean, we're already on our third video for today, so we don't want to burn anybody out. So third one in one day. So yeah, we're kind of winding down. Oh, he says he was just kidding. Well, because I mean, yeah, it'd be cool to put one out. But we have noticed, Stephen and I have noticed that if we put up a video every day, it burns people out.
Thank you for the prayers, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah, Buck Barrett praying for you all. So yes, just a lot of emotion. We are a real married couple that has real married problems. And nobody's perfect. We all have problems, but we do try to keep Jesus center, and we try to our sermon. I want to finish with this because I think I want to close with this. Sunday's sermon yesterday was on John chapter 3 verse 30. John 3:30. He must increase and I must decrease.
Making dinner. Yeah, me too.
So in John 3:30, he must increase and I must decrease. And our whole sermon was on that. And so it was a very powerful sermon. And so Stephen and I are trying to live our life where the Lord Jesus Christ is increased and glorified. We don't always do a good job with that. We fail sometimes where he's glorified. So he must increase and we must decrease. Okay. All right, everybody. 10-4 to Gucci Lover. We're going to say goodnight. Stephen's prepared dinner. We're going to go have that. So if I didn't read your comment, I didn't get to it, I apologize. Nothing personal. Please don't take it personal. Just didn't get to it. So let's give him one last kiss.
I bet you there's more where that came from.
I love my husband, and I fully accept his apology earlier. If you missed it, I accept my apologies. My husband's apology. Okay. We don't have our bell. Oh, wait, here we go. We have this. We have this.
Have a wonderful day. Have lots of fun wherever you are.
And don't forget to ring that bell.
Bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.